Okay, so I'm gonna put my name and a description. All right. Create an array of pizza the shop sells. Each pizza should be an object with keys, name, price, is vegetarian. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say let pizza shop pizzas equal array, and in that array there are objects. So I'm going to say name, and let's put cheese pizza here. Price, we're going to put $8.99, and is vegetarian. We'll set to true. And then we'll put a comma, and then I'm going to copy this down to get 3. So I'm going to put in veggie supreme. That is $9.99. And then I'm going to put in barbecue chicken, which is $11.99 and is not vegetarian. So I'm going to make that false. Okay, so it said create an array. You should have objects with keys, name, price, and is vegetarian. Add at least 3 pizzas and then print the array. Okay, so I'm just going to say console.log pizza shop pizzas. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go live. And if I inspect in my console, I have an array of 3 items, and there are the 3 objects. Great. Okay, let's move to the next problem. Problematically add, ugh, programmatically add a new pizza object to the array, print the updated array. Okay, well, if we want to programmatically add something to an array, we access the array and then we use push. And what do we push in? Well, we want to push in a new object with the name of meat lovers, the price of $12.99, and the is vegetarian is false. And then print the array, console.log, pizza shop pizzas. So if we save this and we go over, we can see that the first one has 1, 2, 3 items in it. The second one has 1, 2, 3, 4 items. And the last one is this meat lovers pizza. Great. Use the spread operator to make a copy of the pizza array and add a calzone at the end of it. Do not change the original. Okay, so important caveat here. The spread operator only works on the item that you're applying it to. So if we apply it to an array, it'll spread out all of the things in the array. This array is storing objects, but the way objects are stored is it's just storing a reference to where that object is located. We would also need to spread out each object. So the best way to do this is to use a map function. So I'm going to say let new pizza shop array. I'm going to set it equal to pizza shop pizzas dot map. So I'm going to say take each item out of the array. So this is each object. And what I want you to do is I want you to create a new object. And in that object, I want to spread out whatever the item is. So it's going to come in here, grab cheese pizza, and it's going to take those and spread them out. And then it will return the array. All right. Once I'm finished mapping it, I want to add a calzone at the end. So I'll say new pizza shop array dot push. Need to make an object where the name is calzone. The price is $7.99 and it is not vegetarian. So is vegetarian is false. Okay. And then we'll need to console.log both arrays to show that the first array didn't change. So we'll do pizza shop pizzas and console.log new pizza shop array. We'll save this. We'll come over. We've got our first one, our second one with meat lovers. And then we get that exact same array again because we're printing it without the change. And then we get a different array because we're printing it with our calzone. And so we've successfully done that step. So we use the spread operator to make a copy of the array. Okay, use array.map to make a new array of just the pizza names and print the result. Okay, so I'll say let pizza names equal array, whoa, equal pizza shop pizzas dot map. Actually, I'm going to do the full one that has the calzone in it. So I'll say new pizza shop array dot map, and I want to take each item out of the array, and I want to return item dot name. And then we'll console.log pizza names, save that, come over, check our work. Sure enough, cheese pizza, veggie supreme, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and calzone. Okay, use array.filter to make a new array of only vegetarian pizzas. So say let veggie pizzas equal new pizza shop array.filter. And I want to take each item out of the array, and I want to filter to where item dot is vegetarian is true, or in other words, I can just say where item dot is vegetarian, because in this case, vegetarian is true, false. So we'll console.log veggie pizzas, save, come over, and we get cheese pizza is vegetarian and veggie supreme is vegetarian. If we look at our list above, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and calzone are not vegetarian, so we successfully filtered our array. Great. Now let's move on to reducing the array. Use array.reduce to calculate the total cost if you bought one of each pizza. Okay, so I'll say let total cost equal new pizza shop array dot reduce. Reduce takes in a function, the previous and current value, and what we want to do is we want to return the previous value plus the current value dot price, because current is going to be an object from the array. If we look at our array, each one has a price. So if we say current dot price, that will pull out the price and add it onto the previous. Now, as a caveat here, because previous would normally start as the first item of the array, and that's an object, that is not where we want to start. We want our current to start there. So if we want that, then we need to add an extra parameter here, and we're going to start our count at 0. And that should reduce it. So let's console.log the total cost and double check our work. And here it is, $51.95 if you want to buy one of each pizza. I definitely don't think I want to buy that many pizzas. We'll sort the pizzas by price from cheapest to most expensive. All right, let sorted array equal new pizza shop array dot sort cheapest to most expensive is in ascending order. So if you remember, dot sort takes an array with A and B, and you need to do some subtraction. A minus B will put it into ascending order, remember, because the A comes first. A is in ascending. But the problem is we're not sorting them by the object. We are sorting them by the object's price attribute. So we'll say A.price minus B.price, and we'll console.log sorted array. Whoa, sorted array. Save that. And if we come here, we can see the calzone is $7.99, cheese pizza is $8.99, $9.99, $11.99, and $12.99. So we've successfully sorted that array. Now we need to destructure the first pizza in the previous array into separate variables for its name and price, print them. Okay, so if we want to do that, we'll say let, and it's an object. The first item in the array is an object. So we'll say let name and price equal sorted array at the 0 position. So we're saying go into the array, grab the first item, break out its name and price, and then console.log those. So we're going to console.log name and price. We'll save that. If we come over, calzone and $7.99 is the name and price, and we console.log calzone and $7.99. So we successfully destructured that object. Now we need to create a function called find pizza by name. So const find pizza by name equals new function that should take in a pizza array and a name, and it should return the matching pizza object or null if not found. Okay, so it sounds like what we want to do is we want to say let results equal pizza array dot filter, and we're filtering it where we take each item out of the array and we return it if item dot name is exactly equal to the name that they provided us. If it is, we're going to return that. So filter filters down to where this condition is met. So if this condition is met where the item name is equal to this name, so let's say we put in cheese, if it finds cheese pizza, it'll return it. If it doesn't, then it will not add it to the list and it will just return an empty list. So this tells us that we need to return null if it's not found. So what we want to do is we say if results.length is greater than 0, meaning if we found something, then we're going to return the results. Otherwise, we're going to return null. Okay. So takes in a pizza array with a name, returns matching pizza object or null if found, test it with 2 names. So we're gonna console.log, and we are going to take find pizza by name. Let's give it this sorted array, and let's give it the name cheese pizza, and then we'll copy this down, and we'll give it orange chicken pizza, which is definitely not in the array. So if we come over here, we get an array with just cheese pizza and we get null, meaning that this one worked as well. So our function correctly works. Now we need to create an array where each element is another array representing the pizza name and the price, and we need to print that array. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our sorted array and I'm going to map it. I'm going to take each item out of that sorted array and I'm going to return an array that has item.name and item.price in an array. And we're going to store this new, that final array equal our sorted array where we've mapped those. And I'm going to console.log our final array, save this, come over, and here we can see we've got calzone $7.99, cheese pizza $8.99, veggie supreme $9.99, barbecue chicken and meat lovers, and it is an array of arrays with the pizza name and the price. And that concludes this walkthrough. Thanks for watching.